Let me ask you something real. Have you ever scrolled through your phone, looked at what everyone else is doing, their careers, their relationships, their progress, and suddenly felt this tightness in your chest? That quiet thought creeps in. I'm behind. Everyone else figured it out except me. But here's the truth you probably never told yourself. You're not behind. You're just comparing your life to the wrong things. Most men don't realize how comparison quietly destroys them. You wake up, check your phone, close the app, but the feeling sticks. Like you lost a race you didn't sign up for and instantly see people winning. Someone bought a house, someone started a business, someone got married, someone is traveling the world. And even if your day was fine, you suddenly feel like you're failing. It's not that your life is bad, it's that you're measuring it against people whose story you barely know, whose struggles you never see, whose timeline has nothing to do with yours. But comparison is sneaky. It doesn't shout, it whispers, you should be further along by now. And you start believing it. Let me tell you about someone. Let's call him Ethan. Ethan is 33. He works hard, pays his bills, takes care of the people he loves. But lately, he's been feeling this restlessness he can't explain. Every time he scrolls on social media, it feels like everyone else is leveling up while he's stuck in the same place. His friend just bought a house. Another friend got promoted. Someone else announced their engagement. He got a wedding invite from a college friend. And suddenly, all his choices felt like mistakes. Meanwhile, Ethan is still trying to figure out what direction his life is supposed to go. He tells himself, you're behind, you wasted time, you should have more by now. And the more he compares, the smaller he feels. His life didn't change, his lens did. One night, Ethan sat on his couch after a long day. He opened Instagram, scrolled for 2 minutes, and then suddenly felt this heavy sadness sink into his stomach. He put his phone down and realized he felt ashamed. Not because of anything he did, but because he thought his life didn't measure up. He felt like he failed some invisible race. He felt like his 20s were wasted. He felt like everyone had moved forward while he stayed stuck. He whispered, I should be further by now. And it broke him a little. Not because it was true, but because it felt true. That's what comparison does. It distorts your reality until you can't see your own progress anymore. The shift came unexpectedly. Ethan was talking to an old friend from high school, someone he always believed was doing better. But as they talked, his friend admitted he felt lost too, that he envied Ethan's freedom, his resilience, his ability to restart without fear. That's when it clicked. Everyone is comparing themselves to someone else. Everyone thinks they're behind. Everyone believes someone else figured out life more gracefully. Ethan realized something important. The only reason he felt behind was because he was comparing his reality to someone else's highlight reel. Everyone is curating. Nobody is showing the full mess. His story wasn't slow. It was simply his. He wasn't lost. He was just drowning in someone else's timeline. Letting go of comparison didn't happen instantly. Ethan didn't wake up the next day cured, but he started doing small things that slowly recalibrated his life. He deleted social media from his phone for a week just to hear his own thoughts again. He started journaling, writing not about goals, but about the things he already overcame. He walked in silence after work, noticing the parts of his life he had been too distracted to appreciate. His growth, his character, his steady effort. He set boundaries with people whose achievements triggered his insecurities, not out of jealousy, but out of self-preservation. He reminded himself, it's okay that my timeline looks different. And slowly the shame faded. The heaviness lifted. He made peace with the pace of his life. He stopped rushing. He started living. He didn't need more hustle. He needed quiet. Here's what you need to hear. You're not behind. You're on your timeline, a timeline that includes your struggles, your healing, your lessons, your breakthroughs, your growth. The reason you feel behind is because you're comparing your path to people who aren't living your life. You're comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. You're comparing your real life to the tiny slivers of someone else's that you see. Your journey isn't slow, it's tailored, it's personal, it's yours, and you're exactly where you need to be to learn what you need to learn next. Even a mountain takes centuries to rise. If this message hit close to home, you're not alone. Feel free to subscribe, only if it genuinely helped you breathe easier. And if you want to share your story, even one sentence in the comments might help another man realize he's not as behind as he thinks. You're not broken. You're becoming, one small shift at a time.